very good evening to you and welcome to our broadcast. It is Catholic View coming to you, of course, on Radio Veritas. And today we are talking about minds. And to do that, let us just introduce you to our guest, Mr. Wole. I won't even attempt to pronounce your surname. I'm going to allow you to do that yourself.
Thanks very much. And thanks for this opportunity to come to your studio and also to all the listeners out there. My name is Wole Olaleye, and I'm the Program Manager at Mandela Institute for Development Studies based in Johannesburg, South Africa. Thanks very much.
I like that. Mandela Institute for Development Studies, Social Development Studies. I'm thinking this is more for young people. Am I correct?
It's for young people, but much more, I think, is for the continent.
Yes.
And again,
it's a Pan-African.
It's a Pan-Africa policy think tank. Mm-hmm. It's not just social development. We're looking at the wider development of the continent, and that includes political, economic, social development.
Fantastic. So talk to us more about this initiative. How long has it been there? I mean, when did it start? And obviously the reasons behind it are quite obvious, but give us a brief history of this institute.
Thanks very much. The institute was started in 2010 by the founder, Dr. Nkosana Moyo. Mm-hmm. That was before the former and the first democratic president, Nelson Mandela, left us. He's one of the many President Mandela's legacy projects. He endorsed this very project. He gave us a charge, and we are hoping we are continuing to drive that. We were established really to contribute to the development of Africa, as I said, out of the realization that our development on this continent has lagged behind. A lot of our policy that are driving our development are not rooted in our African value systems. Our cultures, our knowledge systems are not informing things that we do. It's often foreign cultures that are driving a lot of the things we do, and that's why we are arguing that our development has been lagging behind. So in everything we do, we try to infuse African heritage values into everything we do. So the African heritage really is the crust of all that we do. We're asking ourselves, how can we begin to bring into our programs, into everything we do, our African values? Mm-hmm. And we have one initiative that is coming up on Monday, which is part of our many programs that we are doing, and that's the Minds Scholarship for Youth for Leadership and Development. It's an initiative which we launched in 2017, and presently we have our first cohort, which are just about to exit the program. They'll be coming together for a period of a week, from Monday up till Friday, in which we're trying to take them through a leadership development training program.
So that's from the 5th to the 10th of August.
Yes.
Now, this institute has been there for 9 years now?
For 9 years now.
What have you achieved?
As a policy think tank, we've made our own contribution in many ways. I think we've one of our defining work that we do is to organize high-level dialogues. We try to organize high-level dialogues around various issues on the continent. For example, just last year in Mozambique, we organized a multi-stakeholder dialogue with some of our partners around transforming Africa's agriculture. And for example, on that one, we have almost 200 people coming together to decide or to agree on some of the immediate things that we can do to turn around the food systems on the continent. That's just one. We also have another program which we call the Youth and Election and Governance Work. This is also one of our flagship programs. In this one, it's only targeting young people as the leaders of tomorrow. We bring them together for a period of a week or two in different parts of the continent, in which we take them also through our own program around how young people should get involved in the affairs of their country. That's another one. The other one also that we have that is also part of our crux of our program is this very one that I described to you earlier. That's our scholarship program, which is meant for postgraduate students on the continent.
So what does one have to do to qualify or to be selected?
Thanks very much. I think that's a very important question. Our scholarship program is an African-based program. I think we launched this program based on the research that we did a couple of years ago, which is telling us, which told us that there is no intra-Africa scholarship program.
Yeah.
So we then launched this program as a Pan-Africanist program, in which we are trying to promote young people learning across different countries. So for you to be a recipient of the scholarship, we want you to be able to say to us, you are not going to study in your own country of birth or your country of residence. For example, if you are from Mozambique, you cannot say you're going to study in Mozambique. We encourage you to go, for example, to go and study in Nigeria, or to go and study in Tanzania, or to go and study in Kenya. That's just one of the qualifications. The other qualification also is you must have completed your first degree. The other criteria also is that you should also have a commitment to contributing your lot to changing the narratives around this continent, to contributing your own part in the development of the continent. It's not a criteria, but we also encourage young women to apply.
And speaking of young women, how many young women have applied in comparison to young men?
It's also one of the challenges on the continent. I think we are biased towards women, as I said. Presently, I think we have around 4 or 5 women on the program, young women on the program. Presently, because we just started, we only have 11 recipients on the program. And 4 or 5 of them are women.
All right. That's a good start.
And they are women that are studying programs that they've chosen. And that's also the beauty of this program. We don't decide for you which area of study you should go into. Whether you are doing law, or you are doing history, or you are doing sciences, provided you meet the criteria, you will be admitted on the program.